Right, okay. Uncle John's busy enjoying his conversation with George here next to me, but welcome everybody else. They will join us once George has finished mowing the airport lawn, it seems. So we decided, me and Uncle John, spur of the moment thing like half an hour ago, let's just quickly go do one flight, because I think, with everything happening, we haven't really streamed much, we haven't flown. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoy it with us. Hope you had a good week and that your weekend is going to be restful.
I am ready for electrical power-up procedure.
Ground to cockpit, blood on knowledge, call me through the menu when you are ready.
Ground flight deck hose disconnect.
Hallo Hendrik, welkom. Hello Steve, and welcome to you, sir.
I suppose I'd better talk so you don't feel quite so alone, Nico.
Yeah, it's okay, Mac. I'm also having a bit of a coughing fit all of a sudden now that I need to speak to you guys, so just be with me as well when it goes a bit quiet. It's
Okay.
not intentional, eh? Alright, okay, so just want to create a quick map here. A week ago, probably last weekend. I don't know, maybe Monday.
Sure, Coach daughter ended up operation last. Yes. Long story. There's two pins in elbow. All at school. So that's the session. So elbow almost. So half a cast on.
ground to flight deck. Fuel is all loaded up and you are good to go.
Amar, if that was entirely possible, I promise you I would have had 2 cups. That would have been lovely to come and say hello to you. Thanks for joining us on the stream. Steve, yes, I'm feeling much better, but what seems to happen now is as I start to talk, sometimes it's like I just lose my breath, and then I start coughing. So I'll mute the mic when it happens because it's a highly irritating wah 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 in your ears the whole time. So I won't do that. It's interesting. So, but other than that, I'm really feeling well. I'm not as tired as I was a day or 2 ago. You know, you're not pressing your button.
That's on account of the fact that he's asleep all the time.
Yeah, you wish. Now I had a quick cat nap in the afternoon. This afternoon, you know, it was Friday afternoon. And
I actually ended up waking him up because I was worried to death that he'd be up all night.
Yeah. So anyway, and that's when we decided we're gonna fly now.
Ah. Yeah. I don't think there's been much happening all week, to be fair.
No, for sure. When I'm not here, it seems like everything dies down a little bit. You guys must really make use of the facilities, and you know, it's not just about me. It's made for everyone.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I think it's been quiet on the fixed front. I think everybody's just been better. The weather's getting a bit better.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, but you said that, Mac, and we're online now, and already we've got 2 or 3 people on. There's been nobody on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
sorry, Mac.
I've only just come to the computer, 20 minutes, half an hour ago.
Okay. I've got internet problems. Last month, at the end of last month, I upgraded my 50/50 fiber line up to 100/100. And since then, it has just been one absolute rubbish incident after another. In all the years I've had this line, I've never had so many problems. And the ISP can't find it, or they don't even look. I don't know even what to say to them anymore. So on Monday, I'll probably resign from them. I'll go to a hot place somewhere and go get another ISP because it's useless. I mean, I had a server problem this morning on one of my own servers at the data center. It took me half an hour to identify the problem, fix the problem, and you know, not one customer even knew about it, right? And that's the kind of service I'm used to. I caught them today with a lie. One guy's been telling me for 3 days he escalated the ticket, you know, to the next level support. The guy spoke to today said there's no evidence of it. He never did it. You know, so you've got to contend with assholes like that on the service line as well. And I just can't anymore. I hope it doesn't interfere. I see I've got little green bars for my video for the stream. But anyway, I just don't understand. Every now and then, my downloads will go down to 200 kilobits. I mean, my dial-up modem used to run that, maybe 2 meg ADSL. You know? YouTube. I'll be watching a video the next moment. It comes from full HD down to 144p. Who wants to watch a video like that? It's just like there's no oomph in this line. You run a normal speedtest.net speed test, it runs like 100 straight. There's not even a fluctuation. There's no jitter, nothing. But when you do an actual work on the line,
in other words, they've got problems within their servers themselves.
Yeah, somewhere. Yeah, it's upstream.
Well, the interconnects, yeah. Well, it's probably, there is no fault possibly on your line, Nico. It's an in-house problem.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But not specific to your line.
Yeah, no, I understand that, and that's what I'm trying to tell them. But you know how it works when you deal with call centers, right? You're dealing
Yeah,
with
yeah.
entry-level people. They are not familiar with this. They've got a flow chart. So if this, then that. You know, ask the question.
Yeah.
Yes, you go left. Right? No, sorry, you go right. You know, and then they just work through flow charts. I don't hold it against them. Those are entry-level people, and that is why I demand to go to tier 2 support. You know, to somebody that's, you know, at least got a year or two's experience that you can speak to, and then you can start screaming and shouting, because it doesn't have to even scream and shout at these entry-level people.
No.
You know, and it's funny. I got hold of a guy, and I started, you know, speaking to him like he was my equal, and the whole trend of the conversation changed. I mean, you can see where they were trying their best to run off the flow charts. All of a sudden, me and this guy could start speaking to each other.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you find out, but oh no, they did nothing. Oh, come on. If that's the case, if you do not value my business, I'll take it somewhere else.
Yeah. You're streaming from my perspective at the moment. I've got no problems at all.
Good, that's good to hear.
I've currently got a 7-second delay between latency, but that's all.
Okay. Wait.
Which, it's not extortionately bad at all.
Mac?
Yeah.
Uncle John wants to know how your headphones are.
What, the new ones?
I don't know. He says I'm going to find out. So is it new ones? Yeah, he says yes.
Well, the one that I bought yesterday is the same as the one I'm using at the moment. So,
Okay.
if he's talking about the Corsair HS.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's the one I had, John. It's because I'm happy with it that I bought another one yesterday.
So what was the point of having two? You can only wear one at a time, Mac.
Well, I've got a headset in the bedroom as well, and a number of people have said that the light sometimes plays up when I'm on the bedroom one. So I bought another headset so I can then have a spare in the event, because it's an old one. In the bedroom's about 4 years old, so I've got a spare if one of the others packs up.
Gotcha.
Hendrik, sorry, man.
And it was because they were on offer with so much money off that
It
I
was a steal.
decided. Yeah, I mean, compared with when I bought the headset I'm wearing now, when they first came out, and as I say, bit pricey for what they are, my feeling, but they are. I'm happy with the headset. But when they knock £40 off the price, then it makes them good value for money, and I'm happy with it. And
Yeah, sounds good,
if people wonder why these have got an upgraded mic, but also it's on one of those swivels. You don't have to plug it in, so you can just swivel it up like
To
the old,
charge
like
it.
the ones you've got for the mic.
Oh,
And likewise, I can run the charge. It's connected up to a USB on another computer, and then I'm Wi-Fiing into the computer I'm talking to you on now. And I can charge and talk at the same time. So,
nice.
I know they're supposedly got a 20-hour battery life, but it means if I do want to disconnect, I can and just wander downstairs.
Gotcha.
Well, it sounds good anyway.
Yeah.
Ready for pre-flight procedure.
Well, I think everybody said the quality that they can hear with this headset, generally, there's been no, people have been quite happy with my volume levels and the sound that's coming through, the quality. So I just think they're not a bad headset.
Good, as long as you're happy, Mac.
Yeah, the other ones did arrive yesterday, but I haven't charged it up yet and tried them. I've got them out the box, but I've not actually connected it up.
Okay.
What's the SP on building this PC that you've been waiting to do for 12 months back?
Well, it could be 18 months then, John.
That's what I wondered. I just wondered if there was any movement on it.
I think I've moved a couple of the boxes around, but
Oh, that's a start.
That's when I'm looking for something else, you know.
God,
I
I
tell you
need-
what, you've got more
I did-
patience than me, Mac. If I've got a PC waiting to be built, guess what? Come back to me in 5 hours. It's built.
Yeah, if I was struggling with frame rates, or if I was really struggling with the current computer for the Zibo or something, I would have had it built by now. Yes, I might get better performance, but I'm not getting bad performance at the moment, so
We don't half love you, you know, Mac.
yeah.
Anyway, coming back to Hendrik and my discussion about the ISP. I actually own my own IT company as well, and one of the things we do is actually ISP services. And I use a totally different supplier than these guys. What happened was when I got the fiber at home, my ISP upstream provider where I buy my services from couldn't help me. So I had to find another provider. And I think I've been with these guys like 5 or 6 years already. You know, happy, no problem.
Okay,
But
all
now,
the latches are closed, ready to connect.
sorry, that guy in the background. Okay, so what happened now is because of the problem, I actually started, looking how can I help myself, because it's evident that these guys have no interest. I mean, they just don't care. And what happened is I can actually get a 200 megabit line cheaper from myself than I can get this 100 meg line from them anyway.
Yeah.
So I already told Uncle John, come Monday, I'll probably just terminate, 4 months in, with these guys. Mm-hmm.
I take it that you don't use your ISP's email account and things like that then?
No, I don't. No, I've got all my own domains. I've got
That's what I
everything
mean.
set up myself.
So it's not so much hassle when you haven't got
Mac,
email.
it is still going to be a hassle. Let me explain. Where we are here in Africa, and I don't know if it works that way in the rest of the world. I need to now terminate this connection. There is a good chance that these guys are going to come and have their on-site terminator removed. So they need to come take it out. Then the next crowd need to come and install their one, because it belongs to the ISP. Your ONT belongs to the ISP. So what happens now is we need to still clarify that if it's going to happen or not. I mean, I've had it so long. I don't know if I could buy it from them or how it would work, but that gives us a 7-day period where I'm not going to have fiber at all.
Yeah.
Okay. So
You've got a fibre to the house then
Yes.
at the moment.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. So right behind my
Yeah, that'd be like as if we went from Sky to no, not Sky. Yes, it's Sky. There are 2 fibre.
yeah,
You've
you
got
go from one ISP to the other. They need to take their box out, and the next guy needs to come put their box in.
Yeah.
Okay. So
That doesn't happen in the UK.
okay, all right. Then you're
There's
lucky.
there's only like I think 3 or 4 cable networks in the country, and most of it's all owned by the GPO. The telephone service.
Yeah.
And they just log into it, and it's all backbone.
Okay. So anyway, then I discovered, to my horror, that my Rain SIM card doesn't work at my house for some reason. and it's also been a 6-month battle with these guys to get this thing to work. My tower is, as the crow flies, 150 meters from me.
Yeah.
I can shoot it if I want to, if I've got the right caliber weapon. You know, that's how
Yeah.
close it is. It's not far. I mean, you can see it with your naked eye. As you leave our complex, when you open the gate, you're looking straight at it. It's right across the road. Okay? And we tried to service it. It's just not serviceable. Then they discovered that this SIM card got stuck like 15 kilometers away from here on one of the towers, and that tower doesn't release the SIM card. So I've now asked for a SIM swap. It's taken them 3 days already to bring it from, I think, about 15 kilometers from me. It's still not arrived. I don't know when it's going to arrive, but I need to have internet of some sorts, even if it's just wireless, before I can give up the other one. So we've got to play a bit of musical chairs to get it going. So the SIM card, the cellular one, we have uncapped during the day, and at night it's hell of an expensive. So you guys will probably see me during the day, but not at night. I'm not gonna spend another 1,000 rand or whatever, you know, just to get, you know.
That's unusual.
The night
Normally,
thing.
it's normally more expensive during the day and quieter at night.
Yeah, no,
Well, it says to me that they haven't got a lot of business lines on the.
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, the price is normally most expensive when it's most used.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
I understand your reasoning, Mark. No problem with that. The issue is just they run you from, and I'm speaking under correction, don't hold me to it, but I think it's like from midnight till 6 p.m. It's like uncapped, free. Just go for it. You pay a flat fee, $250, and get whatever you use. But after 6 p.m., it's 50 rand per megabyte. Per gigabyte. Apologies.
Right.
And a gigabyte.
In other words, that's private use when people get home from work, isn't it?
Yeah. So 50 rand a gig doesn't sound much, but I mean, in terms of, let's say, a stream like this can use 50, 60 gig. No problem, you know, in an hour or two. And
Hendrik, you can even send messages by snail mail as well.
Yeah. So there's obstacles that we're gonna have to overcome to move, but I'm seriously thinking I can give myself better service than these guys can give me service. I've seen and heard enough nonsense now, so maybe it's just time to bite the bullet.
Yeah, Steve, you're right. I think there's about 4 or 5 fibre cable companies in the UK, but the biggest one now again is BT, because they're putting so many on new estates, etc. They're putting fibre to the premises straight directly in, and there's more and more fibre being installed. I've actually got the update list because I'm waiting. I've got to wait to 2025 before I'm going to get fibre to my house.
Wow, it's a long time. Okay, hold on a second before start procedure. Not listening. I've noticed with this new mic, the voice recognition doesn't like it. And then it's crashed out. So
wonder if it needs to be reprogrammed.
Probably, Mac. Probably. So
because
I'll have to
if the tone of your voice is slightly different and it's not recognising it.
No, I struggled this morning. I did a world tour flight, and I tell you what, I really, really struggled to speak with Linda, and she obviously depends on the Microsoft speech recognition. So anyway,
And
we'll
she-
help ourselves.
And she might be hearing it with uncorrected. You know, if
Yeah.
you're using an equaliser and everything, which is what we perhaps hear, but
Yeah.
when they do word recognition, it might be raw.
Okay, what did I do wrong? Oh. Gonna duck pressure.
Operation complete. Set parking brake. Disconnecting now. Stand by.
Yeah, snail mail. Anyway, Aviator, to come back to you now, your turn. Sorry, it takes a while to get through all these conversations. I asked the powers that be at Level Up when we can expect something, and I was told that we are not going to discuss a release date because of what happened previously. It will be released when it's ready. And I assure you, I see this development server every day. I do my inputs when I need to, and I get my updates when I have to. I'm on the 3rd update now since you guys got it. It's much, much better. It's like 90 or plus, 90+% better. It is a different aircraft completely. They've even changed some of the visuals on it, believe it or not, made it even better. So you're just going to have to hang in there. It will come when it's ready.
My only disappointment, and this is a personal observation, whether others agree, I don't know, is it's being updated more in line with the practices of some of the worst payware companies. In other words, they've been telling us about the update that's come in for so long now, but it's taken forever for it to happen. It's a bit like when they did the initial release, isn't it? I don't think they're doing themselves any favours, Nico.
I know what you're saying, Mac, but it is what it is. I can't change it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if somebody hears this is just an observer of a flight sim product. If others want to agree with me, we've got to get the message across to them. That's why I'm not part of the development team for Level Up or anything like that. I'm a customer.
I hear you.
And that at the moment, it's making the division between what Level Up is and what Zibo is. The gap is wider, whereas I thought the Level Up product was going to be sitting somewhere in the middle between the Zibo product and payware products.
Well, it is. The updates doesn't change that fact. It's just a question of they've opted not to make people unhappy by giving a false date or a date that cannot be achieved like previously. So, you know, you can read it both ways. You know, the guys are trying not to upset people, and
I think
now they
what
upset
it
the
is,
other half.
What I'm getting at is the Level Up product. There was a number of features that were pointed out that were seriously compromising the product. You know, like some of the flight modelling and so forth. And perhaps there should have been an interim update somewhere along the way to address some of the major features, get it out of the way, then play around with the rest of it. But they seem to be going all out for this one big step upgrade, and people are having to wait so long for the...
Well, yeah, that's their choice.
Yeah, it is. I'm just voicing as a flight simmer, do they appreciate that is the feeling that is out there at the moment about their product? That's all.
I haven't been in such a conversation with them.
Yeah, I mean, they've been happy for you to show us what is coming, but and you've said yourself some of the flight modelling's improved tremendously. Much
improved.
Yeah,
I just want to clarify, I haven't flown the other models, but on the 800, because I know it so well, and it's easy for me to spot problems, man, it's much better.
Yeah, and I think that's, you know, my thoughts of where I thought they intended the product to sit, its intended popularity and all the rest of it. I'm not saying there may be technical reasons with the availability of some of the developers and all the rest of it, but it hasn't gone as smoothly, I don't think, and lived up to what they'd hoped to achieve initially.
Yeah, well, I don't think it's going to be too far. I mean, I enjoy flying it now much more than before. I've shown you guys. I'll probably do at least one stream over the weekend with one of them again. I'll stick to the 800. I'm not going to do any of the others because that's the one I know best. So
Yeah.
we'll take it for a spin. I'll show you guys. Bit of a taxi to get to this runway. It's way off there in the distance. Amar, we could have had 3 coffees already, my friend. Sounds good. Telling me it can't find that file. Why? Who moved it? Why? Who did what there? Bridge could not be opened. Okay. And yet it is working. It's complaining, but it's working. Look, my heading knob. I'm turning it here on the Bravo. Working. And all my lights have just come on. I explained, crashed twice before I started this stream. And
Really?
Yeah, it just hung up. When I did a developer reload, because I'm obviously on the world tour, so I'm flying in South America. So all I did was go to X-Organizer, change the scenery that's supposed to be active, and then click developer reload. And twice it bombed out on me, so I just started with a 172 and then spawned this one, and it doesn't seem to like it when you have the Bravo in that little file. So anyway, yeah, Aviator, if I had better news, if I was authorized to tell you, I would share more. Unfortunately, I want that NDA, and my reputation is unfortunately worth more than, you know, spilling beans and talking out of the house. So just bear with it. It will come. And thank you for being excited. I'm excited for it too. I won't fly the 800 that much, but the others I'm definitely going to fly once it's settled. I've got lots of work for the 700 and even 600, so I'll fly them more in time.
I was going. John's not here anymore. I was going to ask him, what's this reputation you've got then?
For what? Now you need to explain which reputation. Are we talking now flight sim, professional, personal, at home, at work?
Well, I was just thinking it was generalisation. You mentioned reputation.
Yeah, the reputation I'm talking about is just in the flight sim world. I mean,
oh, right.
Spend a lot of time building Skymatix and the brand and the name, trustworthy and all. I don't want to go through that away just now.
So you're not a spade, you're a fork with many forks. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. 737, yeah. No, this is because of all the bombing out. I'm pretty sure what happened is during the first load, it obviously went and sat in memory. And this is now like the 3rd attempt to get X-Plane going, which is obviously now, you know, found something in memory, or it didn't load a 2nd or a 3rd time, whatever, you know, there's a loading error. That's all. Right.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
But I think we've got it. Let's go. What do you call your development of the A320? Mako introduced me to a freeware A320 a while ago, but I'm wondering if it's not now the same thing, but I didn't pay much attention at the time. I downloaded it and the deliveries didn't work, so I've been waiting patiently here in the background, waiting for some more updates on that project, but lost track of it really, to be honest.
On runway 17
Yeah, it even
right.
darkens the sky. This xEnviro is really good with the environment. I really like it. I think it's super. Get that thing centered. Let's go. Toga. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know if Uncle John might have told me where he's gone off to, but he's definitely not sitting next to me either. I hear him downstairs. I don't know if he went to make coffee or whatever. These new Logitech headsets of mine, they seal my ears very much. You don't get my attention at all. Okay. Are you back? Yeah, taking off now. Yes, sir. There we go.
Is eating your ice cream, Nico?
Probably. Mac is wondering if you're eating my ice cream. Oh, he went to make some nice chocolate. Okay, excellent. Well, good luck with that, aviator. Good luck with that.
Trim down. Acceleration altitude.
Yeah, no, I'll enjoy the ice cream. But
Remember,
Welcome back.
we had a nice time, lunchtime. Went out for lunch with Pete the pilot.
Yeah.
Went for lunch. It was really nice.
I decided looking at that picture that I won't physically challenge you, John. Your
the
body
good one,
build,
Mac.
your body build,
Challenge me with regards to what?
The fight.
your in a fight, your body build is I'm a 6 stone weakling compared with you.
Yeah, that's only a photograph. Trust me, photographs fine. No, it was really nice liaise. We had quite a chat. He's done 3 aircrafts in his time. So we had 4 aircrafts in his time. And we had quite a bit in common.
Yeah, it does look nice, Uncle John. Bit of cloud surfing. Guys, I'm not flying real time, by the way. The time like 8 somewhere. Just to see what we're doing. No point
Good evening,
in
Rab.
showing you guys darkness. Hey, Ricardo and hello, Robert. And Thunder. Don't know, Thunder, I think I said hello to you, I'm not sure.
Yes, you did, Nico.
Cool.
And if I wish to add apologies, good evening, Thunder.
Thanks, Uncle John. I just want to say I really like your T-shirt and your picture as well.
Oh, you enjoyed that, did you? I'll do that purposely. I mean, you know, if we're going to meet one of the guys on our guys, they're going to know who we are.
Right on.
Okay, aviator, sleep well.
Tell you what, it goes down a bundle as well when you're actually flying. I had a great trip out because I wore one of these shirts. I've got two of these shirts, and I was wearing one of them when it was this one. They look and they see. I got quite a rapport going with the captain on both flights.
Oh, that's excellent.
And in fact, when I came out on with the H7, one of the stewardesses gave me a little present. It's a little house with some liquor in it. She said, just a little present for you.
Yeah.
I was the only one.
I think that's got more to do with your charm. You've got away with women, Cotton.
My girlfriend says she hates going shopping with me because I chat all the girls to put me at the tills. She says, stop it! Stop it! You embarrass me. So what's the news from you guys? What's happened in the last week or so?
Very little. My bird watching's taken off.
Oh well, so any of them arrived?
We got two birds arrived so far. One at Rutland, the female, awaiting her partner. There was excitement. She seemed to be quite taken this morning, and they reckon there was another one in the air, but it wasn't their partner. And one at Lock of Lows, the males arrived, but he arrived very, very early. He's probably going to have to wait maybe up to 2 weeks for his partner to arrive. But looking very, very well. But you should have seen the size. Maya at Rutland arrived, and the following day you should have seen the size of the fish she caught. She's not hungry anymore, that's for certain. But both birds have arrived in really good condition. They had an easy ride, I would think. They chose the right time to make the journey.
Hopefully they'll have some nice healthy youngsters.
Yeah. But the one that arrived at Lock and Load, because they left the nest in quite a mess when they finished preparing it and all the rest of it. And the male hadn't landed 5 minutes and he was already organising the furniture and all the rest of it and making a cut. The way they sort of landed and said, this is my nest, I'm home, you know, and getting it all in order and everything. It was brilliant to watch.
Yeah, we're just looking now at some, what is it? Oh, there are chickens, are they? Oh, a chicken with a cat's underneath it.
Okay, I'll send Nico a link. That one there. If I go to there. Where's Nico? There. Oh,
Hello,
the
James, welcome.
last link I sent you, the birds on the nest at the moment, Nico. On Discord, yeah. Oh no, the second from last. That was the actual moment of touchdown. Go to the live Osprey as well. I'll send you that again.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. That's current link. Afternoon, Ken.
Cheers, Indrek. Enjoy. Wow, lots of cloud. Yeah, you can't even see anything down there. All the troubles just goes away. So we are. Here we is. Very fine, Uncle John. Uncle John, can I go make you a cup of coffee while you sit and chat with the guys? Okay, gents, I'm also gonna go fetch myself a cup of coffee. And Uncle John will keep you company, and the aircraft's doing its thing. Linda will keep an eye then. I'll be back in a few minutes.
I'm in charge.
Okay, you have control.
You just said I have control. There you go. How's the weather been recently, Mac?
We had rain on Wednesday, yesterday, but generally it's been very dry. It's a bit warmer at the moment as well, but we had a northerly wind that's now gone back round to, well, it's an easterly at the moment. Believe it or not, they're landing on runway 10 in Dublin at the moment, John.
Are they?
Yeah.
We had strange winds today. I mean, ours normally come out of the west, like generally we do in the UK. They were coming from northeast. And weather-wise, in all honesty, Mac, the last 4 weeks has been crap. We've had, I don't know, maybe 5 days of sunshine. All the rest have been cloudy or raining. Apparently it was all the decent weather was sort of in December, which was what I'd originally booked for, if you remember.
Yeah.
And that got cancelled, and then January 1st got cancelled because of my own me going down with COVID. And it's still been an amazing time.
Yeah.
I love these guys to bits.
I know you
Reen's already told me she's going to wipe my suitcase. And my passport. She said, I've found your passport. I said, how you don't even know where it is? She says, it's in your case. In that zip part. I says, is it?
Yeah, I think they would like. Well, we all talk about the UK, so Nico, and none of us run it down. I think, well, there is a lot to see in the United Kingdom. It's worth seeing. There's parts of it that aren't necessarily such touristy type stuff, but there's plenty of scenery and everything here, and very varied.
I
It's
mean,
just
where I am, in Yorkshire, I mean, I can keep them going every single day.
It's just that probably some of the best sandy beaches just never have the weather to make it a pleasant experience.
Exactly.
And we've got quite a varied scenery. We don't have great sand pit areas and things like that. There's a lot of green in the United Kingdom.
Well, we've got a big birthday tomorrow. Reen's mother's birthday. She's 18.
All right.
So we're all going out to dinner. Originally it was supposed to be a party for her, but mother decided now she didn't want it. So we decided just to all go out to dinner.
Okay. Sounds like a good scheme anyway.
Yeah. My only problem at the moment is wondering whether if I'm going to remember how to fly the Zibo when I get back.
Oh. You seem pretty good again.
I've got loads of stuff I've got to load up. I don't know whether I told you. I've got this. I bought the 787 only because I flew down here and I actually want to do the trip.
Oh, right. Okay.
So
Yeah.
that's the only reason I bought it.
The thing is, you probably find that where the Zibo is so well now modelled with realism built into it that some of the playgrounds that you combine, the level of realism built into a little bit
Yeah, I'm
unrealistic.
expecting that. I'm expecting
Yeah, or limitations and so.
Yeah. As long as I can get it up there, put it in the cruise, because I mean it's going to be cruised for probably about 9.5 hours.
Exactly. Yeah. I appreciate why you're doing it, and I would probably do the same. I haven't done so much flying in the last few days.
The only choker is that I was supposed to come out of Birmingham on the Max.
Yeah.
And they went and changed the aircraft on the 738.
Yeah.
738. And going back, I've checked. Coming back on the city hopper out of Amsterdam, the Embraer.
Right. 170 or 190?
Oh, I can't remember back. But, I've been on it before. I think was it
Yeah.
last year when I came out, we came from Birmingham into Amsterdam on the Embraer.
Yeah. Yeah, I've flown the Embraer from Birmingham to Amsterdam.
At least I managed the 7.8.
Yeah. When I told you I was doing that work in Holland, every fortnight we would come home for the weekend. So I'd hop in from Birmingham to Amsterdam. We were in there, 3.5 months.
bit of a
so-
joke, isn't it? I mean, you're up and you're not long up and you're on your way back down again.
Well, as I said, there was one trip we did. We took longer to taxi
Welcome to
from
level
the end
R.
of the runway to the parking area than it did. We were
As
actually
we
in
go.
the air. Believe it or not. Yeah.
None of it's done a runner. Yes, I'm still in South Africa. Here until a week on Saturday.
How's it, Eugene? And I'm back, guys.
Blimey. I'm just looking at the aircraft that are currently on descent into Amsterdam. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in a line.
Same
they
runway.
all for the same runway. And they all took off from in the UK.
Yeah.
Glasgow, Newcastle, Edinburgh,
Birmingham.
Belfast, Dublin, Aberdeen, Glasgow, that one's Newcastle, that one's
It's a massive
Birmingham,
airport, though, isn't it?
Birmingham,
Massive airport.
Cork. It's almost as if they're all coming in, well, we all know it's a hub airport, and then presumably all routes take off shortly after that.
The problem I've got, Mac, is they come in at one end of the airport and I have to go through to the other end of the airport
Yeah,
to get
yeah.
out.
Yeah. No, it's a big airport. They're all landing on runway. What's that?
21?
No, they're all landing on 0. What's that? 30? 013.
Okay. The problem we had when I came out was, if you remember right, it was all those winds, and there was only one available airport in Amsterdam, so they grounded us for an hour. We had to sit on the aircraft in Birmingham. And then when we got to Amsterdam, they put us in a hold. I think we did 3 circuits in the hold.
Michelle, yeah, thank you. I tried to type in, I just noticed the spelling mistake. Apologies. Yeah, we won't get far without Zibo. It's a big part of our lives, and a lot of guys don't realize there is a team involved, so thank you for that. And obviously all glory should at the end of the day go to Zibo, so yeah. We don't always get the time and the place and the opportunity to thank him, but I try and do that. Even today, you know, after all the years, I'm still in awe of what he's doing and what he's done. Every time I thank him, I just always have some comment like, as long as you enjoy it, or something to that effect. So as long as you guys enjoy it, I'm happy.
It's 06 runway around. Gone.
Thanks, Mac. 06 and 24.
24, yeah. It's the one that's on the southern side. It's the one that...
Gotcha.
It's not the normal one that they use runway 18. It's the normal one they use from the 18 right out in the sticks.
How's your family member, Mac? Without saying anything.
I haven't spoken to him. I shall ring him later tonight.
Good luck.
Yeah. I've got a couple of phone calls I've got to make shortly, so I shall have to go.
For any of you guys watching, it's new scenery for the arrival. It goes really recently installed it. We both got it. I'm going to install
All right.
it and get back. I don't know what brought it on, suddenly started to think about it. I don't only catch it all the time. And you go, there, Valencia. I don't think I've ever been there. So I decided to have a look. And they go, oh, there's some new scenery out for that. That looked great, but it really was nice. So we both decided to get it. So I hope you like it when we get there.
I was listening to a live stream that happened on Tuesday. You know this what's the name of the people? Airliners Live. They got a Ryanair flight to Lanzarote, John, and they spent a couple of hours at Lanzarote, well 5 hours at Lanzarote Airport. Give you a view of what the real airport looks like, etc.
Wow.
And I was quite surprised. There's one of the taxi areas, how much there's an elevation, like ramp, where they go from one level up onto another.
Massively.
Yeah. And you can see it in the street. Yeah, very interesting.
I know Sasso's been extremely busy. I managed to speak to him briefly a few days ago.
Yeah.
In fact, he was apologetic. So
Yeah.
I need to apologise. We haven't really been on.
Yeah, one of these days this weekend he said he might be back on Saturday, was it? I know he's had a few days off and he wanted to spend time with his family and social life and so forth.
I'll probably speaking out of turn here, but I'm going to take a chance. Nico's been spending mega time on sorting out a training list. I forget how many he's actually got in this list now. He's going to literally start from raw basics, raw basics, right through to the final points of the Zibo. So you guys listening, interested, you need more info, look forward to it because it's coming up.
It's the same list but more enhanced than I showed you 2 years ago already, Mac. And finally I'm getting to a point where I can start doing it.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
seats. Yes, sir. Toulouse. Yeah. Ha! Look where the freaking clouds start again.
Mac,
Yes.
you seen this NVIDIA DLSS?
In relation to what?
It's a link I've had sent from NVIDIA GeForce. It says NVIDIA DLSS, maximum FPS, maximum quality, powered by AI.
Yeah. But the gaming software has to be programmed for it. I don't believe X-plane roofs. Well, that's what my understanding was. Yes, there is some new workings on the graphics card.
Okay.
Yes. But
Well, you understand it far better than I do, so
yeah,
if you come up with anything, let me know, will you?
yeah. But as far as I know, there was something in one of the block reports from X-Plane and they've not adopted it. It's a major rewrite. New games will benefit because they'll be written to take care of it, but to perhaps update old game software, it won't be economical.
Okay, thank you.
That's my understanding.
Uncle John, we've got the mountains coming up. That's a really nice picture, that.
Very nice.
The side.
It's snow now. Gotta go for a bit, folks. Catch you later.
Cheers, Mac. Less than 100 nautical miles, what about descent? So far so good.
procedure.
.39 nautical miles, Uncle John. And we start the descent. About 5, just over 5.
This is the first time with us on the new scenery of the main thing, so it should be interesting.
That sounds good, Steve. Yeah, well, if he just practices, I'm sure he'll get it perfect. I like Michael Fox, so good luck with that to him, and nice of you to try. Eugene, I'm going for 12, runway 12. So this is the plan. We are on the start now, and we're going to do the arc and then go on the ILS 1, 2. This is 11-1 if you want to use the same chart, 11-1. Steve, I'm not sure if you heard me answer before. I sent a message on Discord. Was confused. I don't know if my mic was muted when I answered you about the biltong. So here's the weather for those interested. Yeah, sorry, not Eugene, I was Steve. Was talking about the biltong there in the chat, just above you. So I did answer him, but the question is not, I don't know if I opened my mic to actually let him hear what I was saying. So we've got a basic change. Zero to 5 040 at 14 knots, so we're gonna have a bit of a cross kind of. I think
Nice crosswind, that'll wake him up.
yeah. 0 to 5. Okay, thanks Steve, thanks for the confirmation. We have forecast. Right. Right, so that is now updated. Set to land. If I don't keep my mic muted, you're going to hear Uncle John echo. That's one of the reasons I just keep it quiet now.
Sorry.
It's not a problem, Uncle John. We're just sitting too close to each other.
No, before anybody thinks it, not that close.
Well, within hearing distance of the mic. Okay.
Hello everyone.
Hello.
Late to the
level
party
100.
today.
Landing light switches on.
What they say is better late than never.
Hello, Dimitri. Right, so we're on the arc. Very much. Very pretty. Guys, this flight was Uncle John's idea, by the way. It's not my idea to have flown here. Thank you, Uncle John. Nice idea. Nice flight.
Well, I particularly wanted to see what it was like coming into the Valencia scenery. Originally, I'd asked him to do, when was it? Lowy, yeah, it was Lowy. But we figured it was just a little bit too far in terms of time. It was just over 2 hours, so we needed to cut it down somewhat. So we decided to come out of Lyon instead.
Approaching transition.
I don't know what you guys think, but I think that looks awesome.
Since we're on the topic here, Nico, have you ever, did you figure out that mesh problem at Lyon?
Dimitri, if you told me before, I've forgotten about it, and right now I'm not aware of it. What's the problem, if you don't mind?
Well, it's the same thing with Porto, right, and lots of other airports. When you install the mesh that comes with it, your orthos.
Yeah, I have to go and look. I'm totally caught by surprise now. Not familiar with it at this moment.
Yeah, you end up with some flying buildings in parts of the airport and whatnot. So it means that if you have orthos installed and you put this scenery on top of your orthos or with your orthos, it just doesn't, it's not compatible in all places.
I'll really have to go and look. I can't say I've ever scrutinized it to that level to go and see that. Porto irritates me tremendously, and I was actually thinking yesterday that I need to get rid of that pioneer scenery. Those guys promised an update in 2020 already. It's never been updated. I keep on getting memory errors there. It's running out of some memory VGAR and some memory error. Terrible frame rates, and as good as it looks, it's just not fit for purpose. So I was thinking right yesterday, go back to the freeware.
Yeah, it's frustrating. I mean, I even offered to them, I said, listen, I don't, just send me your mesh or your road, your RAW, and I'll do the work for myself, and you don't have to do it. But they didn't even do that.
There's no communication with them. They keep on posting about all their new projects and everything. The old ones, they just don't talk. And they're not the only guys. There's another crowd that I'm waiting for answers to that. They just... so I've got 3 scenery developers. As beautiful as their new scenery is, I don't think I'm going to
to level off
because they don't give it out. So...
I hear you.
You and I have discussed this before, Dimitri. Until everybody sticks together and teaches these developers that we're not going to take it, nothing will change.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you are right.
1,000 to level off.
Steve, we thought so, but
to go.
It's very difficult to prove because it happens at the end of that runway somewhere, and sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. And it seems to be when it loads the scenery, it either creates a memory leak or it doesn't. You know, so there's like no rhyme or reason why, it just happens. Maybe they would know, I don't, and that's the problem. They don't talk to you,
Radio
they don't come back to
altimeter.
you, they just ignore you, they just don't care. You know, and it's heartbreaking because you do expect a little bit
Localizer
more.
capture. Glide slope capture. Flaps 1 set.
It seems once they've got the money, they're not bothered there on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Cabin crew, take your seats, prepare for landing. Flaps 5 set.
I see my localizer is offset again now. I'm wondering if it's the pedals again. What a stupid place to do this. Yeah. Nah, it's still offset. You can see it's offset. I don't know. When you get to test it. Remember, it's on a different scale. That's like 0.01 degrees. It just looks big because it's on our scale. But you can also see, look, there's wind. The wind is very turbulent. It's moving the whole time. So it's like the aircraft's compensating, like messing. Here it's coming into the middle. See? That's a 17 knot wind.
I was hoping something would wake him up.
Flaps 30 set. Ready for landing checklist.
The worry or something.
1,000.
1,000 feet stabilized, Mr. Birch, altitude 7.
Oh, let's see what we can do with this landing.
Approaching. 1, 2.
Yeah, that's spot on. Yeah, but this wind, look, I mean, if you look at the direction of that wind, it continuously moves.
400.
Very light.
500.
Thank you.
300.
It's lifting that right wing a bit, eh?
Approaching decision height. 200.
Beautiful approach.
Minimum flaps. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Yeah.
Speed brake up. Auto brake loose.
Sure. This wind is unreal.
60 knots.
We decided to pan in because he brought it back in one piece.
Okay, thank you, Uncle John. Glad you consider paying me. I've still got my yoke almost 90%. Yeah, this wind really changed.
As they say in Greece, Nico, we paid for the whole runway, we'll use the whole runway.
Yeah.
You got it, Dimitri. Don't waste it, use it.
Flaps upset.
And welcome to Valencia.
Forgot to ask you earlier, Nico, is this the Orbix True Earth for this sort of neck of the woods?
Yes. Yeah, southern Spain. Yeah, I love it. It's really nice. There's the scenery, Uncle John. I like this approach. That wind made it even better. I don't know what my landing rate was, but yeah, I had to fight it. You saw me, huh? Yes.
Landing rate was 273, Nico, but I consider you did very well considering the wind and the variables.
Thank you, Thunder. Appreciate.
Well, I've already told him we're going to pay him.
Thank you, Uncle John, again. You're a hard taskmaster, I must be honest. Fair but hard.
Say it as it is.
Looks like these guys did a bit of effort in here to the scenery. Even the marshaller works. Thank you, sir. Actual fact, you know what we need done. Yeah, we can go look at the replay of the landing shortly. Then I don't want to do this. Hold on. We want. Yeah. Let's get the APU going. I messed it up now. Crap. It looks like it's on, so we'll try it. I'll quickly put it.
I see Linda is back to work.
Yes, sir.
Of sorts. We're very selective in what we allow her to do nowadays. She's becoming more of an ornament than anything, I think.
Right, Uncle John, I filed the flight. See.
It's funny because My wife heard me the other day and she kind of peeked her head through. It's like, who is this Linda you guys are all talking about this? She must be something really exciting. She thought it was a real person.
Okay. Well, I don't know how pretty it's going to look from the outside, but thank you everybody for watching and sticking around to the end. Yeah, let's have a look. Oh, that's a cell phone tower there. Wow, wow. Okay, got it. Wow. Fortunately, we had that extra piece of tar there on the side where the wheels went. We didn't go into the rough. Oh. Yo. That's why you've got to be awake when you fly these things. There's another one. Mm-hmm. It's a bit of a seesaw. Yeah. Not bad at all. Okay, well, that's it. Right, thank you everybody for watching. We'll try and be back tomorrow morning at some time. Just keep your eye out for what time. I'm not going to give a time now. So if I sleep an hour later, so be it. If I'm up early, we'll be early. You guys have a splendid rest of your day, and we'll talk in my morning. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.